Be real, be true, be honest, be you. Peace, love, and light.
Hello beautiful souls. So I've headed out on an epic adventure today. On Thursday, the 17th of March 2016, to hitchhike my way to Uluru for the autumnal equinox. Now I know a lot of people would think I'm crazy, but every time I trust my intuition in a calling to something, I've always received confirmation that it was the right choice. So here's hoping, and I'm being very faithful that this time won't be any different. This appeared to be the best option, although it may not sound like it, and I'm sure that I will be having some amazing adventures and meeting some amazing people. So I'm excited and hopeful that there'll be some great lessons and experiences had over the coming days, and I will do a couple of more video blogs. It's evening, it's about between 7:30 and 8 p.m, so I have no idea where I'm going to sleep tonight or if I will even be sleeping. I have no idea who I will meet, but well, what else am I going to do with my life apart from living in the unknown? I hope you all have an amazing time, no matter where you are or what time of day it is. And peace, love, and light to all of you. My journey of walking to get a ride, I had a lovely lady pull over and insist on giving me $100 because I said that I was struggling to have some money currently for a bus. So I felt really honoured by that, and then about 5 minutes later I had this lovely girl pull over who had never picked up a hitchhiker before and gave me a ride for 40 minutes. I friend requested her on Facebook and her name is Sapphire. So it's not really about me doing a random act of kindness today, it's about me receiving a random act of kindness, and I feel that I actively pursue giving random acts of kindness, that it's a lesson for me to learn how to receive them. I'm feeling really honoured and humble and continuing on my adventures, which so far have been quite positive. So peace, love and light to all of you. So doing a random act of kindness today, it's about me receiving a random act of kindness, and I feel that I actively pursue giving random acts of kindness, that it's a lesson for me to learn how to receive them. I'm feeling really honoured and humble and continuing on my adventures, which so far have been quite positive. So peace, love and light to all of you. So I made it to Toowoomba from 3 different cars. Met some awesome kids in Laidley where I was dropped off by a lovely lady who picked me up on the side of the road. She gave me some great advice about hitchhiking and also gave me some contact details of her brother further into New South Wales, which was really lovely. And she also said if I contact him, he'll be able to give me some contact details of some lovely Aboriginal families that are all through New South Wales and also South Australia. So I'm feeling really confident and happy. I'm about to have a couple of hours of sleep before one of my wonderful friends is actually going to be coming and picking me up, and they're headed through to Pilliga Push in New South Wales, and I'm going to be stopping there and then making my way on to Uluru. So I just wanted to do another video blog. So 5 5 hours onto my epic journey, and I'm feeling really happy and positive. I'm about an hour and 15 minutes out of Moree, which is about a fifth of my way to Uluru. Had some pretty cool adventures getting taken to Toowoomba last night, and then got picked up about 2 o'clock this morning by a friend that's headed to New South Wales to take me to Moree to head on my adventures. So I've had a little bit of sleep on the side of a shopping centre, and I've had a little bit of sleep in my friend's car this morning, and I'm feeling refreshed and ready to face my adventures and any interesting experiences that may occur. So hope you're all having a wonderful day no matter what you're doing. Peace, love and so about 19 hours in from my trip, about 550 kilometres towards Uluru. It's been made evident that I'm going to be taking a little bit of a detour to Pilliga to see who I'm going to meet there before I continue on my way to Uluru. I'm learning to trust my intuition and to figure out that things are already predestined, and I'm just kind of remembering the journey that I'm on and where I'm supposed to be headed to and who I'm supposed to meet. So I'm very happy and content and excited to find out what will unfold. Peace, love and light. Hey beautiful souls. So it's Saturday morning here in Australia, and I've taken a detour to the Pilliga Push, which is a campaign getting involved with slowing down the process of having the water here in New South Wales poisoned, and the food as well. So there's a camp of people, and they take action to delay the law going through to say that the land can be taken and the water can be poisoned. It's something that's been going on for a little while, and I came along with a friend because I've been wanting to come back here, so I encouraged them to meet me along the way and to come where their heart was calling them. So they're staying here, not knowing what they're doing, and I'm going to be moving on my way to Uluru because that's what my heart's calling me for. But it's been making me think a little bit the last 24 hours about what I could do while I'm here, about what's going on in the world and what we can do, because there are a lot of things that are in place that makes it really hard for us to know what we can do when there are certain restrictions in place and laws and things like this that make it hard for us to be able to live on land and eat food off the land, and it's really quite sad. So I'm wanting to present a question to you about each day. What is something that you can do to make a difference to the earth and to step up out of your comfort zone and know that you're doing something for the greater ecology of yourself, the greater ecology of your family, great ecology of the planet, and to just do something small that in accumulation will make a greater difference to the future. We aren't stuck where we're at. There's a brighter future ahead, and it's the little things that we do within ourselves that make a difference to the greater picture. So if each of us come together and do a little thing each day, it will create something amazingly beautiful and wonderful in the future. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to figure out what's the best way I can use my skills and abilities to help them out at camp before I go on my way to Uluru, focusing on myself and how I can be positive influence wherever I go. I hope you are all amazing. Peace, love and light. Hey, I'm just wanting to post a quick video about following your heart unconditionally.
and not letting those little fears that creep in get in your way. Sometimes it's challenging to have courage and to follow your heart, but at each, I guess, hurdle in the journey, you have to face whatever it is that you're afraid of and find the courage within yourself. And when you get to the other side, you're rewarded each step of the way, so that you know that it's okay to have the courage and to follow your heart. I'm a bit uncertain about where I'm headed at the moment, but I have a lot of faith, and I know that up to now I've been protected and everything has worked out perfectly, and I know that that will continue to happen. I was feeling a little bit worried earlier, but I've allowed that fear to pass me by because it doesn't really serve me in what I'm doing at the moment, and it's not going to create any solutions for me right now. So I know that I'm in a safe place, and that at every step of the way, as long as I keep walking and I have faith, everything will work out. Peace, love, and light.
So it's day 3 of my trip to Uluru, and although I'm still back on my way again, I have struggled to hitch a ride to my next destination. So I'm up in a pub for the night. I got a discount on where I was staying. I'm going to have a nice shower and a good sleep tonight, and I've learned a few things about just surrendering to the journey and seeing where life takes me and who I meet along the way. It's been really fun, and I've been learning to know where to give myself a break and not force myself to do things the hard way, which is something that's big for me. So I'm going to have a good night's sleep if I can tune out the music that's playing and stop myself from wanting to dance. Yeah, I'm feeling really good at the moment and really excited about my continued journey to the centre of Australia, to the Red Rock. Peace, love, and light.
Hey, beautiful souls. So I feel quite positive today. I'm wanting to have a little bit of a, chat about sometimes having to go backwards before you can go forwards. On my journey at the moment, making my way to Uluru, I was closer by about 3 towns than I currently am, and while hitchhiking, I was advised by the truckie that I would have a better chance of hitchhiking to where I should be headed from about 2 to 3 suburbs / towns further away. So I trusted that, and I had a little bit of a struggle being able to continue on late yesterday evening. So I decided to have a break and to enjoy being somewhere where I could have a good sleep, where I could have a shower, where I could rest and rejuvenate myself. So I kind of took that as a sign that it was what I needed. So I had a really good sleep last night. I had a nice shower this morning, and I'm feeling really positive and ready to go. I'm about to do a meditation and then have some breakfast, and then I'll be headed on my way with a heart full of faith and hope that there will be somebody who will be headed to hopefully more than halfway of my destination, so that I can get off there and then I can continue going further up through South Australia towards the Northern Territory. And this is what's been suggested to me. So I'm full of faith and I'm really excited about the day ahead. I'm sure there'll be lots of lovely people I meet, lots of adventures, lots of growth to be had. Hope you're all having an amazing time no matter where you are or what you're doing. Peace, love, and light. So I'm sitting here in stillness, listening to the cars drive by, the wind, the assortment of birds playing their songs. I'm waiting for that fateful trucker or person who's going to take me on my way to head
to the centre of Australia. I'm waiting patiently. I have total faith and knowing that the right person is already on their way. I can't tell you how I know. I just know that things are already in the works and that the person I'm supposed to meet is already on their way without even knowing. I feel really content and peaceful right now. The energy of where I am is really quite strong and powerful. Peace, love, and light.
So it's Monday, the 21st of March. So I'm 2 days delayed on wanting to be in Alice Springs or Asrock, and I am at a campsite in Coonabarabran with a French guy called Carl, who is taking me for another hour to Dubbo. So we stayed here last night, and it'll be really helpful if I get to Dubbo because there'll be a lot of trucks headed towards where I'm going. So still more delays, but I'm living in the now, working things out as I go along, not too concerned.
So I'm on my way out of Cobar. I got to Dubbo servo station. Lovely Carl dropped me off, and then I was offered a lift by someone headed to Cobar, which is where I was headed. How perfect is that? Lovely guy named Bernie. He also gave me his telephone number in case I can't get a lift tonight, so I don't have to pay for somewhere to stay. He said I'm welcome to stay at his place. Lovely guy was telling me about his ex-wife. So I'm currently hitchhiking through Broken Hills towards South Australia, headed to Uluru, and it's been an extremely growing period for me, learning a little bit about myself, learning about my strengths, learning about my weaknesses, learning about how to ask for help. Asking for help has been something that's been really challenging for me, and accepting help from other people as well. So when I've had a few people offer to give me a ride, it's at first been a little bit odd, and then when I realised in some places I actually had to go ask, and some people weren't prepared to help and other people were. It was a great way to be able to get a new perspective on, I guess, giving and receiving. And some people wanted things in return and other people didn't want things in return. So it's been an extremely expanding experience for me. At the moment I'm driving through the outback. There's not really too much happening past through from town to town at the moment, and it's been quite a good experience, although there's been some challenges in the way of not getting that much sleep or not really having too much in the way of certain foods that I would usually eat. I'm doing pretty well and I'm staying pretty positive, so it doesn't matter what situation you're in, you just got to keep positive and keep trucking on, as they say.
So I'm going to call this a confession video. I'm in Alice Springs. I left Brisbane Thursday last week. Today's Wednesday, the following week. It's been quite a bit of an adventure. I left Brisbane with $5 and I had some money coming towards me, and I was very generous with my money along the way. So I'm now left with about $50, and I don't plan to be back in Brisbane for over a week. So I've learned a lot about the way I spend my money, the way that I view money, and a lot about myself in general. What lengths I'll go to do the things that my heart tell me to do. The way I let things pull me from place to place. How I don't really create a stable foundation for the future. I focus more on the now and what my heart's telling me. And I know that this is something that's great in one way, but in other ways can leave people worried about me. It can create stress for myself. Over the last week, I've slept in vans, I've slept in trucks, I've slept on the streets. I've gone long periods of time without knowing where I was going to stay, what I was going to eat. But I sit here content. I sit here happy, maybe happier than I've ever been, knowing that I'm following my heart, that I'm living in the mystery. I'm allowing myself to live my life freely, and I'm learning how I can grow. I've met some amazing people. I've had some amazing synchronicities. I've pushed my limits. I've tested my faith, and I've had my faith rewarded. One of the reasons why I decided to go to Uluru was because 6 months ago I came across a photo of my mum from when she was here about 12 years ago, and she was so happy and content. It was a photo of her with an Aboriginal at Ayers Rock, and I couldn't remember the last time I had seen her in a photo so happy. And that was one of the first things that planted the seed for me to go. Last year I went backpacking overseas and saw quite a lot of amazing things, and when I came back to Australia and saw all of the things in the area that I lived, I realised it was very different from a lot of the rest of the country, and there was a lot of the country I hadn't seen. If I was going to go backpacking around Australia and I was going to go sightseeing, for me I felt like the first place I wanted to see was Uluru. So I decided last year I was going to go backpacking around Australia. I was going to go maybe in a van, maybe in a car. I didn't know how, I just knew it was going to happen. I'm planning to go overseas again soon, and I hadn't seen more of Australia. So I decided I was just going to do it. I didn't care how. I just knew that if I left and I put one foot in front of the other, everything would work out. And it's got me 6 hours away. And now I'm at the point where I have faith, but I'm not sure where the next step of my journey is going to take me. I'm not sure when I'm going to leave, and I don't really have any money to spare to stay in a hostel right now. So I'm just going in faith, and I'm learning, and I'm growing, and I'm really happy. I hope that nobody's worrying about me, because from all my past experience, doesn't matter what happens or how stressful and worrisome things are at any point, tomorrow's a new day and miracles do happen, and I know that I'm very well protected. And I thank all of the people who watch my journey and send me lots of love and support, and know that it really touches my heart, and it really helps me on my travels. It helps me when I'm going days and days without showers, and when I'm not really getting a good night's sleep, and when I don't know what's happening. Even if I don't know you personally, it really means a lot to me that you care, and that you're following me along, and that you're sending me, love, and that's something that's really special. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you, all of you, and I wish you a lot of peace, love, and light.
So I'm at a truck stop off, waiting to hitch a ride to Uluru. Just got dropped off here by someone from Alice Springs, and got to stay. Had a friend's mum's place last night, which is lovely. Slept on a mattress. Had a place to sleep, like a proper place, which was good. Feeling really positive and excited about hopefully today getting to my final destination and being able to experience the amazing Ayers Rock and potentially the Olgas and a few other things. So, feeling wonderful.
So I'm feeling really excited and content and overwhelmed with gratitude and achievement. Tomorrow morning I'm going to be going to see Ayers Rock. It's taken me just over a week, and I've already mentioned that I've met some amazing people, but I can't be grateful enough. I met a friend of a friend while here in Uluru, which is the resort slash town centre for everyone going to see Ayers Rock and the Olgas and Kings Canyon. And I was fortunate enough to be here at the perfect time to be put up in one of the girls' places because she wasn't using it for the next few days. So I have a place to stay with a proper bed and a proper shower that just got offered to me, and one of the girls that I came to visit here paid for dinner. And yeah, it's been an amazing day. I was just enjoying relaxing today, writing down a few other things that I'm going to be focusing on manifesting, and all the wonderful friends that I'll get to see on my way back to Brisbane, and how I'm finally here after a few challenges and a lot of emotions and a lot of learning. And I'm just really overwhelmed with joy and gratitude. Thank you all for watching my journey, and take care. Peace.
So I'm watching the sunrise, and I'm finally at Ayers Rock. After a really long journey, lots of adventures, and I couldn't be happier. It's just perfect.